3 months old today? You're such a big girl. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, Miss Juniper May is 3 months old. I cannot believe how fast this has gone. You are officially not a newborn anymore, huh? You're a big girl now. So I thought I would sit down and do a little 3-month baby update, postpartum update, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be talking about her and about me and my body and what I've been going through. So sit down, grab yourself a nice cup of coffee or tea, something cozy, and let's chat. So I guess I'll start with her milestones because as you can see, she is holding things now and pulling teethers to her mouth and stuff, which is really cool. I got her these really cute ones from Mushy. They're like little flowers and she's been absolutely loving them. She is still rolling over from front to back. No signs of back to front yet, which I'm so thankful for because at this point Rowan was already rolling over. Bless you! Bless you! He was already rolling over from back to front and we had to unswaddle him and it was a nightmare, so very glad that she's not doing that yet. She is babbling like crazy. She's such a talkative girl and oh my gosh, she is the smiliest baby. When I go and get her after any one of her naps or even when she just wakes up when I'm holding her because we're still doing a lot of contact naps, she's just all smiles and she's starting to try to laugh. Right now it comes out kind of like a cough, so it's just like but she is trying for sure, and she reacts to things that she thinks are funny. Juniper and Rowan are finally starting to interact a little bit more and develop their own little relationship, which is so sweet. In the last couple of days, he's really shown interest in like wanting her to be around him, asking for her to be his lunch buddy, which basically means to sit with him while he eats lunch. And he'll like try to get us all to make the same face. So he'll like stick his tongue out and then look at me, and look at Matt, and look at Sissy. And luckily she's got those, you know, nice newborn, or I guess not newborn anymore, mirror neurons. So she'll stick her tongue out and then we'll all be making the same face. It's pretty cute. She has insane head control already. I'll show you. I show them how good you are at lifting your head up. Yeah, she's a big girl. She's so sweet. I will pop in her 3-month stats here because we haven't gone to that doctor's appointment yet, so I don't have the numbers to like say right now, but I'll put them here so you can check them out. I'm guessing that she is still very petite as far as height. Her 2-month appointment, she was in the 2nd percentile for height. The doctor's not nervous about it at all because her weight's normal. She's just short because both Matt and I are fairly short, so. We are currently in a nursing strike, which is my least favorite thing. She actually has a little cold right now, which is so sad. Poor thing has been sick like 3 times since she was born and just like little colds, but it has not been fun for her. This one's very mild. We haven't even had to like snot suck her or anything, but yeah, she still does have a little bit of the sniffles. I'm still trying to be consistent about giving her a bottle like every other day just to keep her used to it of pumped breast milk. But even when she's nursing directly on me, she's just kind of fussy and doesn't really want to do it unless she's like very sleepy. So we're working through it. We've had a little bit of sleep regression right here at the 3-month mark. Again, that could be because of the sickness, but you're waking up more often, huh? And you just need the binky. But she's still only eating like twice per night or once a night if I go to bed late and wake up early, so it kind of just depends. What else about you? I could say so many things about you. We're starting to get long hair. I put her hair in her first little ponytail the other day and it was the cutest thing in the world. Her eyes are still very blue. I don't think they're going to change at this point. We'll see, but I think you got mommy's blue eyes, huh? I think you did. The biggest, like, health thing that we have been dealing with her is she had, or has, I think had, at this point it's gone, breast milk jaundice. So if you didn't know, when your red blood cells break down, they produce this stuff called bilirubin, and they use bilirubin to measure jaundice levels. And most newborns have a little bit of jaundice, especially if they have any kind of like Hispanic origin, which she does. And so most babies it'll go away within like 4 to 6 weeks, but hers stuck around until 11 weeks. And one thing that you can be concerned with if the jaundice sticks around too long is if the red blood cells are breaking down too fast, and that's why there's extra bilirubin. Hers stuck around until like 11 weeks, and so the doctor was pretty nervous about it. And so we had to go and take her to get a blood test. And they did a heel prick and they couldn't get enough blood for the sample, so they pricked her poor little heels 4 times, which broke my mama heart. She is the chillest baby in the world, so she didn't cry at all during any of it, but I was still like, stop poking my baby. And then they sent the sample into the lab and it coagulated. So they were like, oh, we couldn't get any results after all that. So finally we just took her to Seattle Children's and they did like a proper like intravenous draw. Her levels did come back a little bit elevated. We talked to the doctor about it, and she did some research and talked to some specialists in the area, and basically the conclusion that everybody came to after some further testing was that it was just breast milk jaundice, but it was scary there for a while because we were like, well, what if her red blood cells are breaking down too fast? Like, why is that a thing? Do I have anything else to say about you? You're a perfect angel. You're the easiest baby in the world, and we love you. She loves being baby worn. That's like her favorite thing. She hates the car. She will scream and scream in the car, and for the first couple months it wasn't like that. And Rowan was always like that. He always screamed in the car, and so I thought we had dodged it this time, but no, it's happened again. So that's her like least favorite thing at the moment, I think. She's not a huge fan of her bassinet. She would definitely prefer to nap being held or in the snuggle me, but we obviously can't do those things at night, so it's an adjustment. But you're doing so good, huh? Okay, should I go and give you to Nana while I talk about postpartum stuff? Yeah? Okay, say bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. I just handed her over to my in-laws who are here helping us out today so I can get some work done. The biggest thing for us, like lifestyle-wise, is that Matt went back to work yesterday, which is so sad. I know we were so lucky to get 12 weeks of paternity leave for him. Like, that is unheard of in the US, and we are so lucky. I wish it was the norm, but it's definitely not something that I expected to get. But his company got bought out a week after she was born, and the new company offered 3 months paternity leave, whereas the old company offered zilch. So we were really stoked about that, but he is back at work now. I don't really have any notes on how the adjustment is going yet because it's only been 2 days. I think one of the biggest things for me is that like he used to get up with Rowan and let me sleep in a little bit with Juniper since I was up with her all night, and obviously he can't do that anymore, so I do anticipate being quite a bit more tired, but I'm optimistic. He is still working from home 2 days a week, but we're definitely going to miss him the 3 days a week that he's gone. Trying to think what I can talk about postpartum wise with my body. I guess I'll start with like my body shape and size. If weight is triggering to you, you might want to skip forward a little bit. I will have my lovely editor put the timestamp here if that is a trigger for you. So I believe I'm still about 15 pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight, and I'm not really trying to lose it right now. Most of my clothes like kind of fit me, like the jeans that I'm wearing right now, I'll show you, like they fit, but when I sit down, I have to unbutton the top button. And that's fine. I think it'll come off with time or it won't. But either way, I'm feeling like myself again. I've started working out just a teeny bit here and there. I don't have a lot of time, but like maybe once a week I'll get in a little workout, and that usually feels really good. I'll insert some clips here of what I'm looking like in case you're curious. Again, if this is triggering for you, skip. This is what I'm looking like 3 months postpartum. I'm feeling pretty comfortable in my body for the most part now. Definitely feeling a lot stronger, which has been really great. I'm loving not feeling so restricted, like, you know, bending down to get things or lifting heavy things. You know, I try to say that's okay and like be very kind to myself and my body, but I also don't want to dismiss the reality that like it can be really hard when you are postpartum and your body looks and feels very different. And that's valid too. Body positivity is great right up until it makes you feel invalid for being uncomfortable. So I just want to acknowledge both sides. This is me, 3 months postpartum. We'll see, you know, how it changes from here. I definitely look a lot different than I used to, and that's okay. Don't compare yourself to me, to anybody else. Your body is your body, and it will do its own thing. I notice my body is definitely really different even this time around versus postpartum with Rowan, so, you know, you can never really predict it. I feel like I've been super chill, like hormone-wise. I feel pretty much leveled out by now. I know your postpartum hormones don't actually go back to completely normal until like 6 months, but I'm feeling like 90% of the way normal. I think I have a few more happy tears than I normally would, but that's about it, which like I'm fine with. I'm just really happy. My mood has been amazing. Thank goodness there have been no signs of postpartum anxiety or depression this time around. I did have postpartum anxiety with Rowan, and if you didn't know, I do have regular generalized anxiety disorder, so like that's still there, but it's not. Postpartum anxiety to me felt very different and felt like another added very heavy layer, and that has not been there this time, so that's been really great. In general, I'm just like so happy. I wake up and I look around my house with my children and my husband, and we're baking and we're going on walks, and I'm just like, this is the life that I always imagined for myself when I was a little girl. Like, also my job is like the best thing in the world, so it's just like surreal to me. So I've been in great spirits. So that's the most awesome part. There are a couple not so awesome parts. I'm not entirely sure, but I have been showing signs of ovulating this month. I'll keep you updated if it's not too TMI on whether my period actually comes back like 3.5 months postpartum, but the discharge situation has been pretty intense, so I feel like maybe I'm ovulating. Not entirely sure, but I tend to get a little bit crampy when I ovulate and not at my period, and that happened as well, so we'll see. I didn't get my period back with Rowan until 6 months, so I'm hoping it holds off a little longer, but I am seeing some signs. Around this time with Rowan is also when I noticed a lot of postpartum hair loss. Now, I did the mom chop, obviously, so I don't think it will be quite as noticeable to me right away, because with him, I had very long hair and it started looking scraggly, like really quickly. But I have this nice blunt, short chop now, so I don't think I'll notice it as fast, but I haven't actually noticed losing any hair at all so far. I don't know if like I'm on the cusp of it or if the hair vitamins that I'm taking are helping, but either way, thumbs up from me, and I'm hoping that I just avoided it this time around, because my hairdresser did tell me, she was like, you know, even if you have it during one pregnancy, you don't always have it during another pregnancy, so keep your fingers and toes crossed for me, because it's not so bad when you lose the hair, it's when it grows back like for a few months and you have the like, you know, halo right here. I didn't like that so much. It was very difficult to style. I guess the last thing that I'll talk about is like the down there situation. I'm not using the proper term because I might get demonetized. I know I say that all the time, but I just want to let you know that I'm not afraid of the actual medical term for my anatomy. I just can't say it on YouTube, unfortunately. So I didn't tear during my birth, which I absolutely attribute to the perineal massages that we did from like weeks 37 to 40, and it has made a world of difference in my recovery. I mean, I was feeling pretty normal down there like a week or two after birth. I mean, even immediately after birth, it was like fairly normal. And as a result, things have been great. I don't have to sit on a hemorrhoid pillow. I never had to use the peri bottle when I went to the bathroom. Intimacy has been really easy and seamless. It has never hurt, which has been really great. And according to Matt, it doesn't, you know, seem any different down there. But yeah, if you're pregnant and you're thinking about wanting to avoid tearing, I definitely recommend the perineal massages, warm compress. It worked for me, so hopefully it'll work for you. So I think that that's it for our 3-month update. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll put my little Instagram handle right here. I love chatting with you guys about this stuff. I think it's so important to talk about and be open about. So I'm an open book if you have any more questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you a ton and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Bye!